What is up, guys and girls, and welcome to a new episode of Just Talking To. And today we have Shinobi Nando. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, thank you so much for having me, dude.
No problem. I'm going to pretend like it's the first time we've done this recording.
Yes.
Okay, so how are you anyway on this great day?
I am good. It is actually decent weather for once, which is probably why I'm showing up on camera a bit better than normal. It's nice and sunny where I am. What about you?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's the sun's trying to break out, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
You
bit
know, the weird
cloudy.
thing about living in England is like you could talk to somebody else in England and they have the same weather. But like when you talk to people in the States, because obviously it's such a big
Yeah,
country,
yeah.
they're just like,
It's like
what do you mean
tornadoes in
it's sunny
Florida
out?
and sunny everywhere else. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
there is a hurricane. Yeah.
yeah. Is it
Anywho,
past yet? Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I know a couple of people that I speak to over there went dark for a little bit.
Yeah, just a power cut. Hopefully, nothing serious. Okay, so let's have a little chat about your channel, which is a bit of a variety channel.
Yes, currently focusing on things like reviews, guides. Did another guide recently. But mainly I do the unboxings. That's like the mainstay. That's how my channel got popular, and that's the most popular videos. But I am trying to dabble in everything.
Yeah, keeping your hands in a lot of things. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it's good to do that. I mean, I know a lot of people say stick to one thing on your channel so your viewers don't get sort of like confused. It's like, why would they get confused? Like, if you do
Yeah,
a variety, I mean, when I watch telly, I don't just watch the same program every day over and over again. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't really get why you only have to stick to one thing on one channel. I mean, if they like you in one thing and they don't like you in another, they just watch you in that one thing and go somewhere else for the other thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I don't think
definitely.
it should be stuck to. I don't think it should. It should just be one thing on a channel. I think it's your channel, which shows your personality, which is up to you what you do. And you do a lot. You do unboxings, like you said, collector's editions, which must cost you an absolute fortune, which we'll get to in a bit. Um, I'd love to do collector's editions. I just don't have the money to do it. And you do just playthroughs occasionally, and you do rambling videos.
I do rambling videos. So the way I see it is kind of like there's the opposite. So everyone tells you to niche down, which is great advice, right? Absolutely brilliant advice. And to anyone watching and to anyone who's looking to become a content creator, yes, niche down, find your niche. You had Camel on recently, and you're saying like how he niched down on these indie games, and that's how he got popular very quickly. It's a brilliant thing to do. You can go both ways. So like anything, it's a double-edged sword. If you niche down too much, you'll get trapped in that niche,
Yeah,
and then like let's say the Destiny 2 is a perfect example. Gado and all them, when Destiny 2 was dive bombing in number of viewers and number of players, they were like genuinely worried because like all I do is Destiny videos. If I try to do anything else, people don't watch me. So you
yeah,
kind of like keep like niches in like maybe gaming, or do you know what I mean? Like I unbox it and then I'll play it, like you said, then do a let's play of the thing I unbox and then go, hey, there's an unboxing on the channel.
yeah.
But like it's not like I'm like unboxing Destiny 2 or God of War over there and then going, hi guys, now we're gonna do a cooking video. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all sort of related into gaming. So I suppose in a way your niche would just be gaming, wouldn't it? In some respects.
A broad
But it's
niche, but
like, yeah, that's it. It's a broad niche, but it's like you've got folders, like YouTube give you folders or playlists. Sorry, not
yeah,
folders. So as long as you keep your channel fairly tidy, I think, and you use the playlists, because I can
yeah,
imagine it being
definitely.
a little bit hard for people to follow stuff if you didn't use playlists. And I have been to a few channels that don't really use playlists. And when you're looking for the second video of something you've found accidentally, it can be a bit of a pain. But if they're using playlists and they're utilising everything they've got on YouTube properly, then there's no reason you can't do other things as well.
Yeah, just be organized.
Yeah,
Exactly that. Like I do movie reviews because I like comic book movies. I don't try
yeah,
to
you
like
do. Ruining movies
and
for me.
and then yeah. And then, but like you say, so I'll like just put that in that little movie review, and then
Yeah.
your end card you link to the movie review. You don't just go like, "Hey, here's Fallout," and the guy's like, "What? Well, why am I liked your review. Where's like you're saying like, where's the other reviews? I want to see what else you think."
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to do a bit of everything. I mean, you know how it is. Like you started your you're just buying. I forget what it's called. I'm horrible with names, but the one where you buy things at the end of the month.
TPIB. I'm coining it TPIB. This
TPIB.
payday I bought, yeah. TPIB.
Right, yeah, that's it. This payday I bought, yeah.
I'm coining it. It will catch on one day. I couldn't think of a better name, and it was exactly what I was doing. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing as you. Do you know what I mean? I'm keeping it organised, but you know, I find that I have people that actually like the gaming stuff I do. You know, like just the playthroughs. But some people also like these sort of podcasty sort of things where I'm talking to you, and other people like, you know, hauls and stuff like that. So it's just sort of like playing to audiences, really, isn't it? It's figuring out what people want to watch, you know. And there's nothing wrong with kind of if something doesn't work, you can then just go, all right, well, I've given it a chance. It doesn't work, so I'll move on.
Delete it, get rid, move on.
Yeah, or don't delete it and just leave it. At least you've given it a go, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? And if it works, it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But no one sort of got big on Facebook, on YouTube by doing one video. Do you know what I mean? And that being it. I mean, even the big guys like PewDiePie and all that, he does a broad variety of stuff. And I know a lot of them who are big now got big with their niches.
But they branched out, or they found their niche by doing lots of things. So like if you find one, like let's say you found your this payday I bought got really popular, then you'd probably double down on those. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But that you had to do them first to discover, oh, that's my thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't just there's very few people that can jump into this going like, I am just going to do Final Fantasy videos. And I do know someone who's done that, but like he's the exception to the rule. Yeah. Because some people
you've got the likes of, you know, Gaming Camel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He started out doing just standard playthroughs of games. And he sort of looked at it, reviewed what he was doing, figured out what was working and what wasn't. And now he's doing his videos slightly different, and they're just massive now. He's getting thousands and thousands of views on every video. So it just goes to show that, you know, if you sit back and just go, right, I'm going to do this and I'm one dimensional and this is how it's going to be, then you're probably not going to grow. But if you do look back at your stuff and go, all right, well, that isn't doing well, or maybe I could do this, or even listen to the people that are commenting on your videos and saying, well, have you tried this, have you tried that? Like on this Just Talking series, originally I didn't have the pictures, you know, when we're doing the Kiss, Marry, Kill. Right. I didn't used to have the pictures, and it was Beyond Useless Gaming that said to me, you know, why don't you put the pictures in? I thought, well, actually, that's quite a good idea. So I've done that, and it does bring that little, because some people don't know who all the people I'm saying are. So if there's a little picture there, it gives a little bit of a little bit more of a dimension to it, I guess.
Or even if they know, they're like, oh, I can't place that name, and then you show a picture, they know what they look like, they don't know their name. Like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, exactly. You can never have enough too much B-roll, is what I found out.
Yeah, true story. Yeah.
It just, if you reference something, it's better, even if you do it for a couple seconds. Just have that image just pop up for a couple seconds, and people go, oh, I got that reference. I don't know what that is now. Yeah. Yeah.
So with so much variety on your channel, how do you decide what it is you're going to record? Like, does it just come to your head and you go, right, I'm going to do that, or do you plan it? Do you think, right, I've got an opinion on this, or I want to show this, I'm going to do that?
So a lot of the times the opinion videos just come out of like things that are happening. They're not really something you can plan, I don't think, because you got to go with whatever's happening at the time. The guides, I do plan them in advance, and then it's just executing them. Especially sometimes I gauge a response. Like I'll send out a video, like I did Man of Medan. It did very poorly, I'm happy to admit.
Which you're streaming at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Man
was
of Medan.
streaming that. And
Yeah,
then I beat it in a night, and I was like, oh, I got a lot of the achievements. I'll go back and show people how I got some of them. And it did very poorly. So I'll you know what I mean? Like it's like what's the expression where you, with fishing? I don't even, can't remember names, can't remember expressions, but like throwing a line out and seeing like who bites,
yeah,
and then it's like, oh, okay, so like I did that with Sakero and then I did another guy because that one did well. Um, I really want to get into more of the guide makings. It's very, very established though. So people
yeah.
know to go to like Power Picks and
That's the
Xbox
problem with it, isn't
achievements
it?
and
If it's
PlayStation
already done,
trophies.
yeah. If it's
Sorry?
already done, then
Yeah.
it's hard to. That's why the niching is quite important, isn't it? It's like, yeah, anyone can go out and buy the newest game for 60 quid or $60 or whatever, and then go and play it and record it. But no one's going to watch a small YouTuber do that when they've already established to guys that have made their channels doing that. Do you know what I mean? And they've become more
You know the
established.
format. Yeah, they get it early.
Yeah,
Stuff like it's gotten to the point that the thing with YouTube is once you start like snowballing and getting bigger, it becomes easier to do. And I know this just from speaking from other people,
yeah.
because you do get these kind of advantages where that like instead of you going to the developer, hey, can I have a review code?
They
They
come to
then
you.
contact you and they're like,
Yeah,
hey, we saw your guide, it was very popular. Do you want a copy of the game?
yeah,
We'll give it to you a week early, but just don't release it till the day that it launches, and then you have like 30 videos just ready to go out rather than
yeah,
like that. What I was doing with Man of my Day, I'm playing catch up. You're always playing catch up
yeah,
to the big guys, so that's hard. The unboxings though, I do plan those out now, months in advance. I'll pre-order the game. I know there's people that hate pre-order. Sorry if it's anyone in your audience, but you have to with collector's editions.
yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no
They
way
go
around
quick,
it.
don't they?
Especially some of the rare ones. But yeah, I'll pre-order it and then I'll sit here and I'll think of the skits because I'm trying to do them a bit more rehearsed and everything. I used to just kind of sit down and go like, "What's a reference from the game? Let's just do it on the day." And then they were very hit and miss. Now
Yeah,
I will like Link's Awakening. I filmed that with somebody. I have a guest star on that one. Um, she filmed her part like months in advance. I just told her what I wanted to say, wrote a script. Those I do really do. But that goes back to what we were talking about. These are obviously the most popular videos on my channels. These are the ones that gets me thousands of views.
yeah,
So
and
I
that's
need to put that extra effort.
yeah, and I can see why, because obviously, like you said, a lot of them are rare, like a lot, and they're very expensive. So a lot of people can't afford to go out and buy them. So the next best thing then, I guess, is to actually have a look at someone else showing them, right? So I can see why that's very appealing, and I enjoy watching unboxings. I mean, I've seen a few of yours, like
Thank you.
like we mentioned on the last one a little bit about the Super Mario Maker one, which was quite
Yes.
an individual type. You don't normally get them like that. You said, didn't you?
No, no, no. So yeah, you got like things like I have part of it here now, carpenter pen and just all little bits and maps. That one, for instance, obviously to grow the mustache, I had to plan that weeks in advance. Uh, which a lot of people made fun of me, but that was part of the point of it, is to make
Yeah.
me look like an idiot. I don't mind looking like an
You should have
idiot.
planned it around November, October time. That's when they should have released it, because then everyone could have gone around with Mario moustaches with for the Movember thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that would have been a good excuse, but no.
No,
I
I'm
just had
doing
to
it
look
for
like an
Mario.
idiot. To the point now, do you know, like, I've had people message me on other videos when they see me with a beard, they're like, "Is something Mario related coming out? Are you doing another Mario skit?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm just lazy." But thanks that that's become a thing that now
At least
people
you
see
don't
me
lie
with a
about it
beard.
either. You don't go, yeah, 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 definitely, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm definitely just lazy. So
No, yeah,
yeah,
I should stay up to it.
yeah. So a few of the rambling videos you've done. Your most recent one, I think, was the one about small creators,
Yeah,
and you've also done one about the mental health, which we touched on the first time we recorded this, and it messed up. But
yes.
and I said to you about that then, obviously about someone from outside looking in is pretty good, because I myself stay away from it because I'm a bit weary about what people might say, the mental health issues. So I think a lot of mental health is only spoken about by people with mental health. So it was refreshing to watch someone who go, hang on, I'm not affected by this. I just want to let everyone know that. But, you know, we're still with you, even though we're not
Yeah,
going through what you're going through, and we understand, what you're going through. So that was quite a nice video that you did.
like I said to you the first time, I was incredibly nervous releasing that for the same kind of apprehensions you probably have. Like, it's really hard to talk. I shouldn't be, but it is. It's really hard to talk about mental health. And like I said to you last time, my missus is one that helped me understand that it's a and being other. I have friends that suffer from it, and like we said, there's loads of creators out there that honestly, guys, you wouldn't realize how shy they are, how introverted they are. Like it's in the video, and this is like their outlet. So you just see the best of them, and that's fair enough. That's what they want to show you, or that's where they shine. But yeah, I wanted to let people know, like, you're not alone in this. Like, a lot of people suffer from this. Ironically, mental health, I think, has more awareness than it ever has. But people still act like it just affects them, and that's probably part of the mental health problems that they're having. Depression and things like that. They feel like an island when really it's like there's more solidarity than ever. And even people that don't, like ourselves, that don't really suffer from, I think there's this illusion that we're always happy and like we're always just like water off a duck's back. And I wanted to tell people that no, we get upset, we get discouraged, we get anxiety, like we get anxious. I wouldn't, like I said before, I wouldn't necessarily say anxiety. Like I wouldn't equate it to that level of having a panic attack. But there's times where I think, oh God, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Even when it comes to silly things like content creation, like when I release a video, you're obviously anxious. Like, is it going to do well? Was I funny in that sketch? Was it too much? Was I too cheesy? But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to like get it out there that this is a real issue. You're not alone, and even those of us that don't suffer from it, we're here for you, and we go through the same thing.
Yeah, it's a good message to give people. The problem with mental health is that it makes them feel like they can't talk about it. So even though, as much as people are saying, "I'm here for you if you need to speak to me," I guess they kind of feel a bit like I do when I go to the doctors. I don't like going to the doctors with anything because I feel like I'm just going to be like, I feel like it's in my head, if you like. I feel like I'm going and I'm going because I'm really worried, and they're just going to go, "Oh, do you know what? It's nothing." Do you know what I mean?
Nothing, yeah.
And I think that's the sort of stigma that there is to mental health, where people go, or not necessarily that, but it's like it's been like that for so long that people are going, just snap out of it, just wake up, just cheer up, And I think because it's done that for so long, people now who suffer from them sort of things kind of have learned that, oh, you don't understand. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to understand and I can't explain it to you because I don't understand it either. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way I feel. So yeah, I think that's very good.
There's also a bit of it where I think there's this illusion of strength from dealing with things on your own, and there is the quote that like it's stronger to seek help than it is to deal with it on your own. It takes a braver person to ask for help. I think there's still, even though we have all these quotes from great philosophers and famous people, it's still in our heads that like, yeah, this is a thing. Like I need to deal with this. This is my problem.
Especially
if I
amongst
ask for help,
men as
that's
well.
Weakness.
Yeah, I think there's that new thing now, isn't there, where it's like it's okay, as a man, stop telling men to man up and things like that sort of thing, because I'm not sure if it's bigger in men. Obviously, I'm not taking away from the fact that obviously mental awareness doesn't pick man and female. They literally, but men do have that sort of mentality where I should be stronger than this. I shouldn't need help. I should be able to do it all by myself. And to be fair, that is sort of built. I suffer from that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I've got a problem, I have to fix it myself. I don't suffer from mental health, but so I can imagine, that someone with mental health would feel that way as well. It's like, no, I can get through this on my own. I can do it. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you do need to, lean on someone, whether it be a friend or a relation or something, even a doctor.
Well, that's why I think, it's funny you bring that up about men, but like they say, like the highest suicide rates are among men. And that's a big part of it. It's like we're not allowed to get sad, and if we are, buck
Yeah.
up, man up. Do you know what I mean? There's a funny sketch from College Humor where it shows a guy and he's like your typical like muscly guy in a tank top, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't drink cocktails because cocktails are for girls, and I
Yeah.
drink gin and whiskey." And then like in his head, he suddenly stops and he's like, "Wait a minute, am I afraid to try a cocktail?"
Yeah.
And the other voice is like, "No, no, you're a man. You're a man. You're buff. You're strong." And he goes, "No. Think about it. I'm afraid to try a fruity drink because I'm afraid of how people will look at me." That's crazy. And they're, no, that's masculine. Man, gin, beer, boobs. And there's a big thing where like, yeah, men won't ask for help. It's the toxic masculinity kind of thing that it's been going around. I don't know if you want to go to that extreme, but there is an issue. Right? Men won't talk to each other or stuff like that. We just deal with it, like you say, man up, buck up, nut up, get on with it.
I think the way the world's changing though, obviously you get this term snowflakes now, you know, and that in a way that shows that maybe men are becoming less like that, which could probably help a little bit of with mental health. I mean, I don't suffer from that sort of snowflakishness. I feel like people get too easily offended these days. Not that there's not sometimes a reason to get offended, but you know, I think it got to the point where people were just saying things that were offensive and going, "No offense." Like it's
there's like cancel culture now, and like a tweet from 10 years ago, which is a decade, and you can be a very different person then.
Yeah.
And humor and everything. Like all you have to do is watch a movie from the 90s. Funny. Okay, so I like comic book movies.
Yeah.
In relation to this, Spider-Man, right? The first one, the Sam Raimi one. There's the scene, isn't there, where he goes like, "Oh, hey, that's a nice costume. Did your boyfriend make it for you?"
Yeah.
And like obviously, Randy Savage gets very offended, and then a lot of people, I've seen like a lot of younger creators, they look at it now and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you use that. That's
You're
so
insinuating
homophobic."
that he's
like,
gay. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Like nowadays, don't say that. You can't say that. You shouldn't say that. That is offensive to gay people.
Yeah, but why shouldn't you say it? Really, it's not offensive. But it can be.
But in that time period, and I'm not like it's not excusing it. You're saying like people didn't think that way.
No,
that's why they didn't
found
think
it funny.
Was offended.
Yeah, well, you can relate to it because that's the sort of thing you get at school and stuff like that, isn't it? So, but yeah,
unfortunately, yeah, it's what we used to say to each other, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like, "Oh, this is gay," or "You're gay," da da da.
Yeah. And it never used to offend.
And again, you wouldn't do it now, but you gotta kind of think like, well, that was the time period. It's like watching a period piece, and they're like, "Oh, they're showing this," you know, the Romans enslaving everyone. That's wrong. And you go, yeah, it is wrong, but that was 4,000 years ago. That's how they did it.
It was the norm.
You have to depict it. Yeah,
that's it. So very, very. It's strange how it's worked, but the way it's going, I guess, in a way, it will sort of help men maybe ask for help more. So in a way, it's good. I just sort of, I'm quite thick-skinned. I just walk off ducks back to me. Someone can call, I mean, me and my mates used to call each other every name under the sun, and we're mates. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, my mates just called me that. I'm devastated. It's like, you know, I'm not going to say them on here, but you know, bad words, you know, and
demonetization.
And it's just like, oh right, yeah, cool. You know, and it just became part of the language, and maybe that doing that sort of helped us move to the position we're in right now, where you know actually you probably shouldn't have called your mates a cunt and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? But it used to just be you old, you know, and it's like it was just the way of addressing people. But I guess that's, you know, so that's led to that. So I guess that's why it needs to sort of take a few steps back, and I just hope it don't go too far back that sense of humour becomes void, because
I do agree
that's
with
the
that.
worry in it, isn't it?
A lot of comedians would even say like if you look at in the past, you know, comedians like Chris Tucker and everything like that, and Chris Rock, and they would use comedy to kind of like, they would insult, they say insulting things to, like about race and stuff like that, but they use that to kind of like bridge, like if you can laugh at yourself and and then you can learn to laugh at somebody else, and they can laugh at you, and you can all laughing together, like, yeah, we do. Oh, that
Yeah.
is a stereotype. We do. Then it bonds you. You can kind of
Yeah.
overcome a lot of hate with laughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you put yourself in a position where, like, hey, you make fun of yourself, and then I make fun of you, and you're kind of like, yeah, I do that. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. And then you kind of like, oh, you're a funny guy, blah blah blah, and you get over it, and you kind of realize, people are the same. It's about that. I think that, like, I don't know where we're going with this topic, but I think that's how you overcome a lot of things. And if we go too down the offensive route, is then you're just becoming afraid to talk to each other when
Yeah.
really you should open up more.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the mental health thing as well.
Yeah.
Like you say, like, we need to open up more, not close each other down by being too afraid of saying anything to each other.
Yeah, so it's
Obviously
finding
not
that.
to an extreme, but
Yeah, so it's finding that middle ground, isn't it? But yeah. So let's not carry on too far down this rabbit hole with mental health, because
I know,
it can go on and on. Yeah, but yeah, all I wanted to say is, I think it's really great that you did that, because I myself wouldn't have done it, and I think a lot of people also feel a bit afraid to sort of touch on it. So great work.
thank you.
So one quick question before we go on to the personality questions.
Yeah.
Of all the unboxings you've done, the collector's unboxings you've done, what do you think is your favourite one?
Favorite video or favorite collector's edition?
Favourite collector's edition, sorry.
Let me have a quick look. It's very hard to say. I'm kind of like, obviously I'm very attached to all of them. There's probably one that's not on display here, but either Sekiro, which is at the top, which you guys can't see, which I just realized, or a Witcher, the Witcher 3 collector's edition was amazing. It's this huge statue of Geralt of Rivia stabbing the griffin, and you got the medallion. You got a life-size medallion. You got the game, Gwent. You got a live action. You got a real life version of that with the deck of cards, and the box is signed by all the devs. That's probably, definitely probably one of my favorite ones.
And you've got an unboxing of that on your channel?
Unfortunately not.
No.
I do have Sekiro, but
okay,
no,
Sekiro.
I bought that one before.
Maybe you should do one still. It still might be interesting, because that sounds like a pretty awesome collector's edition, to be fair.
I did think of doing a series at one point called like Reboxing. I don't know, something daft like that. And like Rebox, where like I take older collector's editions and kind of like show them off, but it never came to light, unfortunately. But maybe.
Yeah. I think it'd still be quite good if it's as good as it sounds. So let's move on to the personality questions. So, as you know, we have a list.
Yes.
A long list. I think it's, what is it? 1, 2. Should probably know this by now. 350.
Right.
So last time you picked one. As you know, someone else has picked one since then. So you can either go with that again, or you can pick a whole nother number.
I'll pick another number. 99.
99. Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Wasn't
she the one from
High School
Musical? And now she's all grown up. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
Now she's all grown up, yeah.
Yeah, she's all grown up. It's all good.
Jessie Nelson, I don't know that one. And it's 1 S in Jessie. And Victoria Justice. She was a Disney girl as well, I think. So yeah, you can you feel free to take a look. You're allowed to take a look.
Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's Jessie Nelson. Oh, okay. Singer.
Jessie Nelson.
Oh, from Little Mix.
Oh, is she from Little Mix?
Yeah, according to Google.
Okay.
And what was the other one? Victoria
Justice.
Oh, there we go. Straight away.
I think she's a bit of a looker as well.
Oh, right. Yeah. Zoe 101. Okay. Yes, let's do it. Fine.
Okay, it's not a bad one, is it? Well, I say that I don't know which one of Little Mix. I mean, none of them are that bad, to be honest. So it's not that bad. So yeah, so you can kiss, marry, kill, or snog, marry, avoid. Go for gold.
Oh, kiss, marry, kill, or snog, marry, avoid. I wouldn't kill any of them, so I think I'll go snog. Was it
Marry,
snog,
avoid.
marry, avoid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we'll
in
go for
England
that.
now. You know what a snog is, don't you?
I know what it's. You don't
Yeah.
have to explain to me.
No,
Yeah.
the Americans are a little bit. I know you're from that way in the world, from that area in the world. So I didn't know whether you knew it, but you've been here a long time now, haven't you?
I'm a man of culture. So, yeah.
So go for it.
Right. Okay. So, oh God, this is hard.
You might as well do the avoid first. Really, it might make it a bit easier
Yeah,
for you.
I was gonna say because like they're also very like similar looking as well. Well, two of them at least very much so.
Yeah.
Disney Channel girls hire a type, don't they? I guess avoid the one from Little Mix.
Okay.
Is it
I'm
Jesse?
I'm just going to agree with that, just because I don't know which one it is. But yeah. So Jessie Nelson, wasn't it?
Yes, I'll avoid her.
Okay.
Just I don't know, just because she drew the short straw and
She's not she's the odd one out. She's not a Disney girl.
she's not a Disney girl. No, that's yeah. I
And
don't know. I just feel like
Disney equals Marvel, so that automatically gives them that bit of class.
exactly. I get free Disneyland entry with the other two.
Yeah.
What can Little Mix get me other than like pop concerts to music
They
I
might
don't
give you a
listen
shout
to?
out when you break up.
Yeah. They might make a song about me if I'm lucky. Great. Uh, so marry Vanessa Hudgenson, I guess, because
Okay.
I guess yeah, we'll go for that. And
Snog
Snog
Victoria.
Victoria.
Okay. Cool. That's not
I
bad.
mean,
It's
they're
not bad. I
interchange. I
mean,
don't know. For me,
to
they're
be fair,
interchangeable, but
well, to be fair, yeah, you can't really. I mean, you couldn't go wrong with that one. That was quite a good one. I'm going to be intrigued to see when I get the pictures to go on to this who the middle one is, because I know there's some better than others, but yeah, none of them are terrible looking, are they? Let's face it. So the next one is describe yourself in 3 words. I can't remember what you used last time.
I said hyperactive, forgetful, because I can't remember what I
Except you
chose.
remembered hyperactive.
I remembered hyperactive. I always remember hyperactive. I think that's just the default for me. And outgoing.
Outgoing, hyperactive, and forgetful. Okay, three pretty cool words. And finally, 2 games that you will play forever, and no other games can be touched.
I do remember one of my choices here. I'm gonna have to go. Can you see it? Yeah, Destiny.
No, we can't see it. But
Because
Destiny,
right
is it
there,
Destiny in general? Is it or? Yeah, I've cut the top of the yeah.
Destiny because well, I have every collector's edition, so I must like it something fierce. And like I said last time, it's a game that they're gonna constantly add to, so I won't get bored. I'm cannot replay games, the life of me.
Yeah.
Uh, really struggle. And the other one actually is the only exception to that rule. It's not out yet, but I can definitely tell already. Borderlands 3. I'm gonna cheat and say Borderlands 3.
Okay, I'll let you have that because I think it's gonna be. It's one of them. I've not played any of them yet. But I've got all three. I've got all like all the ones that are released already. I just haven't had a chance to play them because they're long ass
So
games, aren't
excited.
they? But they do look good. They do look good. And what is that from the? I've got the Handsome Jack collection. Is that what it's called?
No, it's from it's the pre-order again. Always pre-orders, guys. Collector's edition pre-order bonus for the Borderlands 3 actually.
Yeah, but the Handsome Jack collection, is that the collection with all of the Borderlands at the minute?
Yes,
Yeah, so
that's right. Yeah.
that's what I got. Yeah, I bought that on when it was on sale. So I do really want to play it, and I look forward to it. It's just finding that sort of time because it's
Wait,
a long game, isn't it?
when is this going live?
I think it'll be out. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
when it'll be live.
So I
So
take
yeah,
it.
we're
No,
not
yeah,
even
yeah.
cheating.
Borderlands 3 because you know it's out now, guys. It's really, really good.
And there's
Best
probably
game of the year.
And there's probably going to be a Let's Play on your channel already.
There's definitely going to be an unboxing. I'm
Or at
doing the
least an
Diamond
unboxing.
Loot Crate edition.
Yeah.
I'm so like, there's only so many in the UK, and I'm really, really happy to get it. But yeah. That will take pride of place somewhere there.
Is it
because,
a big? Is it a big ass collection? Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a huge box.
So all
Absolutely
that stuff
huge
on your
box.
shelf beside you is going to get thrown
You
off.
have to like literally clear out a shelf for it.
You're going to need to get another shelf next to it behind you.
Actually, I have 2 shelves here that are just boxes that I need to bin, so I'll be okay. I just have to rearrange it.
Okay, cool. But that one's going to be the go-to one. See, I can see it all on the second screen. I can see it all there, but on this one, it's cut a little bit. So, okay. So before we say our goodbyes, do you have any shout-outs to your exes? I thought I'd add that for the
Shout
little
out
mix.
to my ex, yeah.
Yeah, for any not you don't have to go exes. No one's ever done exes before, apart from Little Mix. No, but any shout outs for anyone who's supported you or helped you out throughout your YouTube career, if you like.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 1 or 2 Discords that I joined, and then some people that have been helping me out late. First and foremost,
we'll have the links in the video description. So whatever you shout out, if you send me them links, we'll put them in, and people can follow or take a look at your shout outs.
So there's Euphoric, they're a streaming / creator community. They've always helped me. They've been very good with advice. They've done they have people there that do social media as a job, and they've gone through and for free as well, just out of the kindness of their heart, they've just gone through and just completely looked at my channel and social media and given me advice on how I could do better and stuff like that. So that kind of advice when you're starting out is invaluable. So I definitely give them a shout out. Thank you so much. And they put up with watching my cheesy videos as well, giving me advice.
They're not that bad. They're decent videos.
Next, I want to say thank you to... He's just started getting back into content creation. He's gone off streaming, but I couldn't have done a lot of things. He set up my Discord and helped me with a lot of other things. It's Nate B 1999. He does currently he used to stream, like I said. He does kind of like anime music videos, a lot of fan videos like that. He's an absolute great guy. Again, he set up my Discord. He helped me a lot with the channel. He's always there watching the videos and giving me critical feedback rather than just like, hey, your video is good, which again is something that's positive. Feedback's amazing, as you know, but like negative feedback can be more valuable because you don't always know what you're doing wrong. So thanks a lot, Nate, for doing that. And the rest of them, I'm just gonna say no one in particular, but all my friends and family that again watch the videos, looked at, participate. I've dragged a few of them into my videos as well. Thank you guys so much.
So a shout out to all his supporters. Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Okay, thanks for coming on again.
Second time's the charm.
Yeah, I know you're hard to. You've got a whole another life aside from your streaming and creator stuff. And I know you put aside time for this, so I do really appreciate that. So thanks for coming on.
Oh.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And for today, that's it from me, and that's it from Shinobi Nando. See you later, guys. Bye.